success, this is the sauce that's going to get you to the top. Listen to successful people, studying successful people. Stop putting things in your brain that are not going to make you stretch. I take 30 minutes to an hour a day and I listen to stuff like this. I listen to stuff like this because it's going to help me be a better coach. It's going to help me absorb this information. It's going to help me be a better leader. It's going to help me believe. Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is a secret sauce to you having the endurance to finish this game. I promise you. Start taking a few minutes to work on yourself every day, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you guys may not be getting it because you're not working on yourself. You're not building that leadership muscle. You're not building that muscle up to absorb this information. Your belief muscle isn't strong. You gotta start looking at this stuff 15 to 30 minutes a day and start to reprogram yourself, because guess what? You deserve to be successful. You deserve to be one of the best traders. You deserve to be one of the top leaders in this company if you choose to. Whatever you seek, ladies and gentlemen, is seeking you. Remember that. Whatever you seek is seeking you, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we had a hell of a, last Tuesday, man, we dropped the bombs. Mr. Benny Allen and I, dropped the bombs on you guys, basically giving you guys some really good gold nuggets. One of the things that Benny and I are real strong on is we promote the IM products, and we believe in the Harmonics scanner tool. And that's what day one product I've used. I've been in this company 4.5 years. What Benny has done is tweaked it and made it simple so a third grader can get it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the educators who teach this product, Mr. Manny Quiones, to me, is one of the best on the IM platform. We just want to give you some secret sauce, give you some added value to the scanner. So in case you may not have the aha moment yet, then maybe this could be it. And I can't tell you how many messages I got from the last training we did. This is recorded as well too. Many people say, you know what, man, this information that we got, man, it's really helped me in this past week. I heard somebody said they got 120 something pips off, just off that, information that Benny showed us on how to mark up your charts and use the scanner correctly. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we know it's late. We want to get you guys into this information. I want to bring forward a gentleman who I met a few years back. At that particular time, he was actually the dean of a school, doing some great things in the Pontiac, Michigan area. He's a family man, one of the smartest people I know. And he's really passionate about teaching and helping people win with the IM Mastery Academy products. And again, he helps serve a lot of people. He's done a lot of meetings for me in Detroit, just training the team, giving them added value, et cetera, to help them really understand the scanner tool and how to become successful reading these charts. He's really masterful with the Fibonacci sequences as well too, on the charts as well too. Let's drop some sevens in the chat for our new speaker we have coming on, Mr. Benny Allen. Let's bring Benny Allen on right now. Let's show some appreciation for his time. He does not have to do this. He's just doing it because he believes in the mission, he believes in the product, and also he believes in the fact that we can impact a lot of lives with this particular platform. So, Mr. Benny Allen, thanks for everything you do, my friend. Do what you do. Again, I can't thank you for your friendship, your belief, your trust in my wife and I with this particular platform. And thanks for just being a servant type brother, man. So I definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna put it on mute, and I'm a student right now. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you, Chairman Young. I am honored. I really appreciate you allowing me to come on this platform and help out with the team, because we want everybody to be successful. And before I go any further, I have to say that interview that you just did with superstar trader Curtis Branch was absolutely phenomenal. I hope everybody knows after seeing that. If you didn't see it, I'm pretty sure you can catch the recording on Curtis's Facebook page or somewhere out there in the universe, but make sure you check it out. It really spoke and gave testament to what a great leader we have in Chairman Young, and why he has taken our organization to the next level. And like John Maxwell says, man, everything rises and falls on leadership. So we know we ain't falling no time soon with you leading the ship. So once again, man, we really appreciate you. Phenomenal interview. And I am so glad to be a part of this platform.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Benny Allen was actually one of John C. Maxwell's leadership. He went to his leadership school. He's certified with John C. Maxwell as one of the best motivational leadership. I've read all of John C. Maxwell's books, but to have him have that type of mindset as well to tie in with the trading can really help you go to the next level. So I just definitely want to put that in there.
Yeah, no problem. And just to speak to that, going into, Fortune 500 companies and taking that John Maxwell message and that professional development, personal development message, guys, I hope you understand like that the I Am Master Academy is giving you all of that. I mean, we used to go into organizations that pay thousands of dollars to try to get their organization to the level that we're at right now. I mean, in that interview that I was listening to with Mr. Young and Curtis Branch, I mean, the nuggets he was dropping. I mean, organizations pay thousands and thousands of dollars just to get that information and try to motivate their teams to get them to the next level. So I hope you guys really understand and realize the platform that you're on and the opportunity that you have to be highly, highly successful. So one of the things that I want to start out real quick. How did everybody, if you learned something last week and that it helped you out this week, drop a one in the chat for me, just so we know that, hey, everybody is kind of getting it, and they started to look at the market a little bit differently, and then we're definitely going to move on from there. Okay, good. Because those understanding and recognizing those highs and lows that we talked about is really, really fundamental to the market. That's the foundation for everything. That's how I was taught. That's some of the stuff I paid all that money for. You don't have to do it, right? Because now I passed it on to you, and that's what it's about. Each one teach one, as I always say. And I want you guys to know, okay, a lot of us, we went to college, we got degrees, right? I have my master's degree, and the reason why we do that is because we are trying to do what? To compress time frames, right? That's why you can leave college and go into a management position instead of starting at the bottom and working your way up. So that's what this platform is for, right? We do what? We educate, right, we empower, and we enrich the lives of other people. So a lot of times I hear all the time, like, oh, especially the YouTube videos and all of these gurus. Look, I am no guru. I am a product of the product, which is the I Am Mastery Academy, which is why I bleed the I Am Mastery Academy colors. Just like when I played football in high school and college, I bled those colors through and through. It all starts with the power of belief, right? So you are on this platform so that you can compress time frames, right, and get this trading thing down, this skill set that nobody can ever take away from you, to compress timeframes and get it down faster than the average, utilizing the education, the live trade rooms with over 1,000 hours of trading. That's what you're here for, right? And then taking that education, putting it with a system, okay, which is what a ton of professional traders, when they become veterans, they do. That's what they do. They get with programmers to create algorithms to really think and see the market for them 24/7. That's how Mr. Christopher Terry came along and developed the Harmonics scanner, right? So now you have the right education and the right system, and that's what equals success. So that's why we are all so passionate about the I Am Mastery platform. You don't have to listen. If some people act like it's baptism, has to be baptism by fire. Oh, you're not a real trader until you blew 6 or 7 accounts. Guys, come on. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And that's what we are actually trying to prevent. That's the whole purpose, right, of the I Am Mastery Academy. So, all right, get off the soapbox. Let's get to it. But I just want you guys to keep that in mind, okay? Why you're here? Why you're here? All right. So, listen, we do 3 things: we educate, we empower, and we enrich, right? We talk about all this technical analysis, fundamental analysis, the harmonic scanner, this and that. But at the end of the day, this is the core of what the I Am Mastery Academy is about. We educate, we empower, we enrich the lives of people all over the world, to be exact. So, real quick disclaimer, always want to make sure we get things covered. I'm not a CTA, which is a commodities trading advisor, meaning that I can teach you how to trade. I can show you the setups. I can show you which trades that I would like to take myself. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the buying and selling and actually pulling the trigger on the trade, it is completely up to you. So enough with that. Now, again, always when we start these sessions, we want to begin with the end in mind. So again, we are going to take a look at our chart, okay? And I want you to take a look at this and think about it, right? Every time we put on our trading hat, we should be, right? If you don't have this chart, you should be writing your goals down, right? If you don't write your goals down, they are just dreams. That is it. So we have to physically write our goals down. So we covered this last week, and you can see an account starting from $500 at 100 pips per week. Now, we got a testimony this week that one guy, he made 122 pips off of one New Zealand dollar trade, right? So he made his 100 pips in one trade. Go figure. Okay, that's the Harmonics scanner for you, scanning the market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. When the Forex market is open, that scanner is open and running even when you sleep. So just to click through this, right? 45 weeks, right? Focus on that end game. Disclaimer, disclaimer, past profits do not guarantee future results, but this is just to show you that not only do you need to have a trade plan, right? Which the scanner takes care of a lot of that for you, hint, hint, use the scanner, that you also need a profit plan to keep you on track. All right, so let's talk about a little bit tonight about risk to reward, okay? And this is very, 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 very important because I know a lot of professional traders, some of which with the prop firm I do work with, they are highly profitable traders, ladies and gentlemen, highly profitable traders. And they literally win 32% of their trades. Everybody understand that? Everybody hear what I just said? If everybody heard me, type a 32 in the chat. I want to make this real clear tonight. Because I know a lot of times you guys see posting, you see the gurus and everybody posting that they won 90% of their trades. A lot of times I tell people when they see that all the time, you might want to run the other way. It's not about win percentage. Any professional trader is going to know that it is definitely not about winning percentage. So, all right, we got a lot of 32. So everybody heard me when I said that. And I'm talking about professional traders winning 32% of their trades and still being profitable in the Forex market or any market for that matter. And why is that? It's because of proper risk management and risk versus reward. This is what this is all about. I always use the example that, hey, if you're a professional baseball player, you go 3 for 10 for over a decade, you're probably going to be in the Hall of Fame, right? 3 for 10, right? 30%, 3 for 10. They don't have to get on base all the time, but what they have to do is be consistent. All right, consistent. Everybody drop a C in the chat if they heard what I said. C for consistent. You have to be consistent at this game. So awesome. Awesome. So everybody's tuning in tonight. We're locked in and we're ready. That's good. So let's take a look at this. Okay. So 98% of traders surveyed, okay, lose money at the end of the month on one for one trades. 1 for 1. So if you're risking 10 pips, you're looking to gain 10 pips. Okay, because ultimately we don't control the market, right? So 98% of traders surveyed lose money at the end of the month at a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Net profit 0 pips, or you're running in the negative. Okay. Now look at the next one. 1 for 2. 60% of traders lose money at the end of the month. Meaning that, okay, you win 4 trades at 100 pips, gain per trade, that's 400 pips. You lose 6 for 50 pips, okay? 150, right? 2-to-1, 50 pips risk, 100 pips gain. You lose 300 trades, okay, so now you lose 300 pips. So now your net profit is 100 pips, okay? So the odds are a little bit better. But look at when you go 1 for 3 on your risk to reward, okay? Take a look at this. 80 to 100% of all traders making in excess of 300 to 1,500 pips per month, okay, are in a 3-to-1 risk to reward or 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So that means they can lose 7 out of 10 trades, but because every time they risk 20 pips, they're gaining 60 pips, right? They're taking money home at the end of the month, right? Any aha moments there? Drop me a 2 in the chat if everybody understands that. Okay, good. This is a game. This is a game of probability. This is a game of proper risk management and setting yourself up in a proper risk to reward. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, let's talk about this Harmonics scanner. To me, the most phenomenal tool on the planet for traders. Okay, it is worth the monthly by itself. Matter of fact, when I talk to people all the time, it's like, look, we got the best software on the planet. This is what you're paying for. Everything else that we give you is icing on the cake, meaning that I would pay twice what I pay right now, even more than that, just for the Harmonics scanner. Because this right here, this scanner has changed my life. This is what how I'm able to make a substantial income is because of this scanner. No sweat on my brow, no stressing, no anything. Let the scanner find the signal, let the scanner find the setup, and then I trade it. That's what I do. I don't have to scan all through the charts. I don't have to do all the time frame analysis, even though I'm fully capable of doing that, as a professional trader. But why? I don't have to. And I know a lot of times people, oh, that's not really trading. They can keep all of that. Because there are a lot of people out here that have big egos and are broke. Let me make myself clear on that. A lot of big egos out here, everybody knows everything, and they are flat out broke. I'm telling you that this system works. No ego here. I am a product of the product. I know what this system does. I've been in IAM Mastery Academy since 2015. And I've rocked with this system ever since, especially if you're a new trader coming into the game. This is a powerful, powerful, powerful system. So let's talk about what we talked about last week and these highs and these lows. So let me ask everybody a question right now to get started to see if we learned what we should have last week. Okay, I'm gonna zoom this in right now. This is the Euro GBP 1 hour butterfly. What are we looking to do here? Are we looking to buy or sell? Everybody put it in the chat for me. If you're new, it's okay. We'll get everything covered for you. Awesome, awesome. We're looking to sell. Why? Because our entry point, the scanner makes it super, 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 super easy. Our entry point is at the top here in green at 88.47, and our stop loss is in red at 88.68. All right, so next question, okay? Next question. Should we, based on what we learned last week, should we be in a sell right now? Should we have hit the sell order right now on this trade? Yes or no? No, we should not be in a sell trade because this market did not form our swing high, right? This market hit entry. Look, hit our entry point, and we have not gotten that high that we want yet. This thing is continuing to rise. And not only did we not get our high that we want, after it hit entry, we do not have a trend line break, do we? So we can start here, okay, for the second time tonight. And we do not, at this point, have our trend line break, okay? So a lot of times people ask, well, I took this trade right at entry on a harmonic scanner, and it continued to ride up on me. Well, we do not have our swing high yet that we want, okay? Which is the 2 candles to the left, the 2 candles to the right that are gonna form that swing high, okay? And then on top of that, we do not have the trend line break, okay? And I'll switch over here on another platform and really explain this to you guys and break it down just for the review. So we do not have our swing high, okay? So let me switch over. Before I switch over, let me see something real quick. For some reason, my, there we go. I see it. Okay. Somebody put a sell stop. Yeah, you can put a sell stop on it, right? But the overall answer is no. We do not have that swing high. We do not have a trend line break yet based on what we trained on last week. So we're not going to get into that trade. Any questions on that before we move forward? Hold on one second. That's my
Somebody says, what does it mean when you have 2 entries?
oh, 2 entries on the scanner? That means that it is you have a range in which price can reverse. A range in which price can reverse. So somewhere between those 2 entry points, what they call a minimum and maximum entry point, they're saying that this trade to the upside, if this was a particular trade that had 2 entry points, it would say, hey, at some point within this range, price is going to exhaust to the upside, and we should look for price to reverse. In other words, we should look for that swing high somewhere within that zone, and then we should get a trend line break, and price is going to reverse. Good question. For some reason, I lost my, hold on one second. I'm trying to see the chat for some reason. There we go. Where can we see the training from last week? We've got a link. Lawrence, you posted that in Rich Girls, right? Rich Guys, Rich Girls?
Yep, I'm gonna post it right now too. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Where can we see training? Swing high and trend lines, Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the other platform because it's a little bit more functional for me, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we mean. Post the compound chart, please. Yep, we'll get that compound chart posted. All right, so let's go over, and we're looking at the Euro GBP. So let's jump into the Euro GBP because I'm telling you guys, once you see and understand this, it's lights out on this scanner. Lights out. Okay. So this is what we mean by the swing highs and swing lows, okay? Because I didn't really draw it out last week. We just pointed it out, okay? So what we're going to look for is this is your 5 candle combination right here, okay? So you got a candle here, okay? And that candle may or may not have a wick, right? May or may not, but it's a high candle, okay? And then what you're going to be looking for is once price hits that entry, you're going to be looking for a high to form, okay? Like this. So this is the 5 candle combination that we're going to look for. Very, very, very simple. All you have to do is stare at your charts because teaching you guys this is also showing you the fundamentals in regards to support and resistance. Hold on one second. My screen just froze on me. Okay, here we go. So like this, okay? This. And it could be like this. Okay, so these are the type of combinations we're looking for what we would call a swing high, okay? Here's your center candle, okay? Does everybody see this center candle here in green? And we see, you know, how it is higher than the 2 candles to the left and the 2 candles on the right. Type of Y if everybody sees that. This is our swing high. Okay, everybody sees that. Now, the opposite occurs, right, to the downside. You're gonna have really, really simple. Once you see it, you'll see it all over the charts. Today, I'm gonna show you guys a really cool trick on how you can just put a little indicator on your chart to see it. Hold on one second. Okay. So candles here. And these candles, okay, can be either bullish or bearish, like that are to either side of the main candle, right? It could be bullish or bearish. All right, I'm just showing you guys the fundamentals, and then I'm gonna show you guys a really easy way to put an indicator on your charts. To see it, you could do it on TradingView or whatever. So we could say, change these to green, like this, okay, like that, like that, just so we see it, okay? So you guys see this here? This is your swing low, right? And then I got 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are higher than the center candle low, right? You see that? Everybody see that? Okay, so it's just the same thing in reverse. Same thing in reverse, all right? So this is what you guys can do. These are your swing lows and swing highs. This is what forms everything. So let me click back to the scanner because this is really what this is all about. And you can see here in the chart, okay, all right, you can see here, even your harmonic patterns, the key points in your harmonic patterns, look where the X is, everybody, okay? Look where the X is. That's a swing high, right? Look, swing high. 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are lower than the center wick high, right? The 8-point is drawn at what? Okay, if I take this out here, the 8-point is drawn at what? A swing low. 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are higher than the center wick low, okay? Look, all throughout the chart. Key reversal points. Look, 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are lower than the center wick high, okay? See that? And now we're here at this point. And what we want to see is a high form with 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are lower than the center wick high. If this is going to be our high, we'll see, right? You see the D point keeps locating what the current high is. We want to see that high form before it hits a stop, and then we want to see a bearish candle break the trend line. Now, let me go down and show you guys where, if you click on indicators, and I'm going to show you guys how to identify this, right? Before you know it, you'll see it all over the chart, no matter what time frame, what pair you're looking at, doesn't matter, right? Market does the same thing over and over again. So you want to, I believe on TradingView, let's see, it's fractals. It should be a Bill Williams fractals indicator. There it is, Williams fractal. Okay, take a screenshot, write that down, your Williams fractal. And if you click on that, oops, I just added it twice. Now you can see our entry past our entry and our point here. You can see right here where it kept rising. So you had a fractal there before the entry point. You had a fractal there, but no trend line break, right? We need a high and we need a trend line break. So now, if you look at this, look, here's a fractal. Let me turn this off. Look at that. All throughout your charts, ladies and gentlemen, you see it? Hold on one second. Blow this up a little bit. Here's a low, right? Here's a low. This happens all throughout your charts. And this is what really starts your education in regards to your support and your resistance, okay? Your support and your resistance zones. Like so, see? Just like that. So now you know what we're looking for, okay? That entry is very, very important. What we're looking for in that swing high, that swing low is very, very important. So no, we would not be in this trade yet, right? We wouldn't be in this trade. So that's how you can avoid some drawdown, all right? So this is the Euro GBP. This is a hot trade, but look, we gotta have our confluence. We have to see what we need to see, okay? Now, let's take a look at another trade, okay? So first of all, let me show you guys something on this. So if you measure this right now from entry to TP1, that's 47 pips. Now think about our profit planning chart that we showed. From weeks 1 through 45, every week the minimum pips that you were gunning for was what? Anybody remember that? Put it in the chat. Type in the chat the amount of pips each week off that profit planning chart. That's it. 100. 100. Right? Now, you had a gentleman share with us that he made 122 pips off of one trade. Okay? So you don't need this scanner. This scanner is so amazing because it takes history into perspective. I know you guys hear a lot about Elliott wave. It takes it into perspective, right? A lot of times when it hits this D point for my Elliott wave traders, it's hitting the fifth wave. Okay. All of this, the Fibonacci sequence, is already in play with this scanner. So I don't want people to be getting confused by all the jargon and all the lingo. And one of the tips that I want to give you guys is stay within the platform, stay focused, okay? Because it can lead to confusion. For example, when I play football, one year we had, I think, in 3 years, I think we had 3 different offensive coordinators, right? Now, one person called a streak route a go route. The other one called it a 9 route, right? Another one called it a fly route. But at the end of the day, it all meant run down the field straight in a straight line as fast as you can to get open. We're going to throw the ball to you. That's what it meant. So to stop you guys, especially if you're a newer trader, from getting so confused about these things, keep your focus narrowed. Stay within the IM Academy trading platform, because I'm telling you, you are in a good place. If they are not good traders, they wouldn't be on our platform. Okay. Again, I'm a product of the product. Stay focused on the IM Mastery Academy education and stay focused on the trading system, which right now we're talking about the IM Mastery Academy Harmonics scanner. Okay. Best in the business. So that's getting you 47 pips to the take profit 1. To your take profit 2 is 81 pips. And to your take profit 3 is 135 pips, ladies and gentlemen. There are professional traders that struggle to get 100 pips a week consistently. Hear what I said? Consistently. You might score 100 pips once or twice, and then you're spending weeks in drawdown, right? Or you're having losing trades. The harmonic scanner prevents all of that. We talked about the risk to reward, okay? It's already calculating your stop. It's already calculating your entry. All you have to do is use proper risk management. That's it. And the rest is done for you. So let's take a look at the pound yen. Okay? Look at this pound yen trade. Okay? Very, very, very simple, right? I'm going to just draw an inner trend line here. Okay? We'll draw us an inner trend line right off the top here, bring it down, okay? Our lowest point is here, so it actually would, oops, hold on one second. Actually, it would go through here like that, okay? So right now, we have a trend line break, all right? Should we be in this trade? Yes or no? Exactly. No. No. Based on the rules that we stated, we don't want to be in this trade yet. Okay. Yep. You need one more candle, right? You need one more candle, and preferably you want that trade to go down, continue to the downside, and hit that entry first. Then we get that low. Now that's the sweet spot. Now here's the thing. You may say, okay, Benny, this trade may go up and hit take profit 1. Well, guess what? You see over here on the right side, you see how many trades this scanner is calling? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The scanner is constantly surfing the market, looking for trade setups. Don't worry about it. That's why you have to have rules-based trading, right? How many people in here Drop me a 3 in the chat if you had solid rules, and then you've had that one trade where you broke those rules and everything just went to hell with your trading account. Drop me a 3 in the chat if that happened before to you. Right. Right. A bunch of 3s from people. Right. And then you're kicking yourself because especially if you weren't using proper risk management, right? If you weren't using proper risk management and you blew up your account, now the next 6 trades went your way and you can't even trade because you're out of the game. Right? Don't do it to yourself. Right? This looks real tempting right now. Okay? This looks real tempting. But the fact of the matter is, some people would take this trade because, oh, it's on the other side of the trend line. This candle hasn't even closed yet. Right? See, the market could bait you into things. The market is driven off of fear and greed and emotion. You might get emotional, right? And say, man, I'm going to miss this trade. But this is the beauty of the IM Mastery Academy Harmonic Scanner. And why do I say this is the beauty? Because this scanner is constantly scanning the market for trade setups for you. If anybody out there has ever traded on their own and you spent all day looking for that right trade setup and you missed that trade setup like I'm talking about, yeah, you probably would be upset. But I'm telling you, you do not have to worry about with that system because you have trades coming in all the time. Here's your NZD CAD trade, NZD CAD trade setting up. Okay. You got a high, right? It started to drop. Now it's consolidating. Makes sense. We're in the Asian session, right? Trades consolidate in the Asian session, but you can see right here where you had your initial high, then you got a high right here that formed, and look, right? Okay, so now you got a high that formed. You would draw your trend line on that, right? This is a tight trade setup, but you could draw your trend line on that and see if it breaks and take it down to the downside. Okay, let's go through, right? Here's your pound New Zealand trade. Okay, here's one with 2 entry points. Okay, it's saying here's the range. Look, went all the way down, came up, broke trend line, formed a low. I would be in this trade right now. But the challenge that you have right now during this time, right? And this comes with knowing the market and knowing the sessions is what? It's the Asian session. Things tend to consolidate. Okay. But if you follow the rules, you had a trend line break that came through. So if we draw a trend line like so, and then we will have our inner trend line coming down. Redraw that. Hold on 1 second. We have our inner trend line coming down. You had a break. Look. Okay. Yeah, look, a swing low, 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right. This will hit your max entry point. And then look at the huge bullish candle that you got to push off of that. Does everybody see that? Look at that. But we're pushing, we're consolidating, we're moving sideways because why? We're in the Asian session. But this is a good setup. I would take that and live with that. Now, if you follow all your rules and you lose a trade, is that a good or a bad trade? It's a good trade. We know we don't win every trade, but it's a good trade. Why? Because you followed your rules and you used your proper risk management. But look, here's your swing low. You got a trend line break. Bang. Look at that. Let's look at the pound Aussie. All right. Now this one pushed to the stop. Right. So we wouldn't have took this one. But look what happened. Right. Once the low formed. Once you got a swing low that formed, look what the trade did. So the scanner had you in the right area. Got stopped out, then it reversed. You guys see the power in rules-based trading? You guys see that? See what we got in the chat here. Oops.
Tracy says she in that trade right now.
she hold on a second. She in this trade right here. That's good. That's good. Hey, that I mean, look at it. It reversed, right? So once you get more experience, the reason why I always say, hey, make sure that you draw it up. Make sure that you draw it up on your other platform, is so you can keep that trade. And then as we move on and we can train, we start to really get into, like, if you get into fibs, okay, it'll show you exactly why this trade did what it did, right? It exhausted probably at a 127. The stop protected you on the scanner, and then it came up and it broke trend line. It is hard to find more accurate trade setups and more accurate signals than this harmonic scanner. Here's a Euro JPY. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now.
This one on any time frame too, correct, Ben?
Any time frame. In a second, I'm gonna switch over to the my other platform. I'm just gonna shoot some fibs out just to show you how it works and how you could just see the waves in the market, like any time frame. And of course, the higher the time frame, the more data that you're gonna collect in each candle, right? So right now we're on a 1 hour. You get 1 hour's worth of buying and selling data. All right, we go to the 4 hour. There's more data. So the lower you go, the less data, right? So sometimes you can get some fake outs and some falsies on the lower time frames. But these swing highs and swing lows are going to happen on every platform. It doesn't matter. It could be the 5 minute or the 1 minute. This is what's going to happen. So look at this. Is this not beautiful? Look at that setup. Come on now. Even if you take it after this, here's your swing high. Even from here, right? Okay. You take it from entry there. That's still 41 pips on the trade. How many pips do we need minimum per week? 100, right? Based off of that profit plan, right? That profit plan was based off of $1 per pip. Drop it to 50 cents per pip and get you 200 pips per week. The scanner gonna give it to you consistently. Look at this trade. Now this here was a beauty. Make sure you're in your IML academy. Learn about your candlesticks formation. This one right here, even though this was all ugly and nasty, when you get more advanced a little bit in your academy, go through the 100 series to 200 series to 300 series, you're gonna know these candlesticks. This is a rare, what we call a tweezer bottom, where you got two very indecisive candle series. You see these right here, two dojis, as they like to say. That is a reversal combination, and look how it took off that entry right there. Look. That's 73 pips. 100 pips minimum per week. That's 73 pips. What else do you need? What other gurus group do you need to be in? You have it all here in front of you. All day, every day. Look. Pound dollar. Took off. This is going into the past now. Hit entry. What are they for? Right? And I'm going through these just so you guys can see the market movement. Here's your low. 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right. Boom. Took off. Euro NZD. Look. Stopped out. Never formed a high before the stop. See that? See that? You never would have had a trend line break. See? Aussie yen, still in this trade, still making this move and dropping. Look, here's your entry. It got up in this zone, right? There's your minimum and maximum entry, right? Look, formed a high. This is clean. You love these right here. Look at this strong push. I get flat out excited about this about this stuff. Sorry, y'all, but this is so clean and so beautiful. So clean and so beautiful. Did you have to scan through 50 different time frames to find this trade? No. Did you have to scour the charts until your eyes hurt? Now you need an eye appointment? No. All you had to do is wait for the signal to come from the scanner and trade it accordingly. Look at this. Boom, clean. Here's your high, right? Are y'all seeing this? Am I the only one excited on here? I hope not. I hope not. Look at this. I am. Martina Fire. I mean,
So the key is just making sure you recognize that 5 candle sequence, right?
Yep. That's what you want to see. Look at that once that broke, right? And then it came up, right? But it's got you protected with your stop. And look at it. It came down, hit to take profit. Now it's trying to make another move down to take profit too. And I hope you guys see that this moves in waves. See how the market moves in waves? It goes up and down, right? As it makes its way up. That's what you guys have to realize. That was one of the hardest things for me to realize as a trader. Because what happens usually when we see that trade start to go the other way? We want to pull our money out of the market, right?
Hey,
And
Benny, man, something.
Yep.
When people look at this, and this is where people mess up with the scanner.
Yep.
Is they look at the entry, and they're trying to catch the whole move.
Yep.
7,200. They're trying to catch it all the way to 68.6.
Yep.
Whereas for me, the way I work the scanner is I just work that sweet spot from the entry to take profit 1.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm good from there. I'm risk free. If it
Mm-hmm.
comes up, it hits my stop loss. I'm in profit. But I work that sweet spot right there. So I don't look to get the whole move. You know, so if you get enough and you're happy with it, just close it out and live to fight the next trade.
That's it.
Trying to set it and forget it, trying to get all of it. Get some of it. Remember, they chop a tree down one swing at a time, not with one swing. So
that's it. That's it. Now that's a great point, right? Take it to TP1, get out the market. Remember, we said 100 pips a week, and then let me show you guys another trick too, right? To do, all right. Another trick to do, and some of you guys probably already know this, right? Is that, like Lauren said, you could get in a trade, take it to TP1, be done. Or let me show you something else, right? You got 3 TPs on here. Let's switch over to my other platform, okay? Because I could do some writing. You got 3 take profits, okay? So we got 3 TPs. Okay, standing for take profit. What you could do is say, let's use this example. I could trade at, say, $3 a pip, all right? $3 a pip, based on your account size and your risk management. $3 per pip. What you can also do is break that up, right, into 3 $1 trades, like this. Oops, like this. Same risk, but now my first trade, I'm gonna ride to TP1. My second trade, I'm gonna ride to TP2. And my third trade, AT&T giving me problems tonight, y'all. I might have to switch to Comcast. Hold on. Okay. And take this one to TP3. Get it? Does everybody see that? Drop me a 1 in the chat as everybody sees that. That option there is for you as well. Yep. Okay. Now what happens is that you can now do this. Once TP1 is hit, right, you can move your stop to break even. Now, my goodness. Hold on. Anyway, it'll allow me to type here in a second. So now, once you moved it to break even, your last two trades are risk-free. Does everybody see that? And what I mean by moving it to break even is you're going to move all your trades to the point where you enter. Okay? So let me go back to the screen. So say, let me put a horizontal in, and let's say this is my stop. Now listen to this, because this is key. Because y'all just got two major nuggets. One, Coach Young is saying, look, take this to TP1 and be out. Be out. Get your money, right? Because the winning percentage on that TP1 is through the roof, right? It's through the roof. Or you could say, hey, I'm going to split that trade up and I'm going to let them ride to each TP. And this is how this works, okay? So here's my original stop up here. If I entered this trade somewhere in this area, once I get down around the TP one area and it hits, they're all going to hit there at the same time. But what you have to remember is you got one trade set to take profit at TP1. You got your second trade set to take profit at TP2. And you got your second trade set to take profit at TP3. So if you enter, once they hit TP1, one trade is going to be out the game automatically for you. Think about that. I just bank profit. So like Mr. Young was saying, it's like, look, boom. That's ridiculous. 71 pips in the bag. Just like that. Okay. That trade out of, hey, money in the bank, gone. What you could do is start to move your take profit down, right? You can move it down a little bit, or you can move it to break even, right? I tend to let mine go and put a moving stop on it, like a trailing stop. But if you moved it to break even here, you would have got stopped out. That's all right. You still made 71 pips, right? Your other two trades would have broke even. So what you could do is break even, or you could just put a trailing little stop on that, which you'll learn. Get in the academy, get on Go Live, and you can slowly, gradually move the stop down and move it into profit, right? As the trade continues to make its way down. So each time, so TP1 is hit, TP2 gets hit, TP3 gets hit, I just collected all of those pips. I just multiplied my trade, right? So now instead of one trade at, this is bananas right here, 231 pips, I probably just turned it into like a 350, 360 pip trade because I broke the trade up, right? So if you're trading in micros, right, you might take 3 30-cent trades on that, and the way you set it up in your phone, because the scanner gives it to you guys, put 3 30-cent trades in, one for TP1, one for TP2, one for TP3, move your stop along the way. All right, drop me a 9 in the chat if everybody kind of gets those two methods. Right, we're recording it so you can watch it over and over again. If you don't get it the first time, that's fine, especially if you're brand new. Okay, so everybody's getting that, right? That's how you compound your trade. Okay, so two powerful ways. Okay, two powerful ways to get any these trade setups. TP1 winning percentage gonna be bananas, right? That's why Mr. Young does it. Mr. Young is a baller, right, on the charts. He in, boom, got that money, he is gone, right? Then you can let it, then you have an option where you could just let this trade ride out, let it go, see what it's gonna do. At some point, it becomes a risk-free trade, the trades that are remaining in the market. Now I've always got the money running, I've always got the money growing, right? So that's how this trade played out. Let me show you guys this right here real quick. So if we go to the NZD, Euro NZD, and I think I posted this yesterday, but you see on this trade, right, from the scanner, this was a beautiful setup, right? So look, at 40 cents per pip, TP1 was hit, okay, at 143 pip, $57.20. TP2 was hit at 264 pips at 40 cents, $105. 480 pips was hit at TP3 at 40 cents, $192. Right? 4 times 3 is 12. That was $1.20 in the market that made me $354.80. Drop me some sevens if that's exciting. I hope you guys are excited. Where else are you gonna flip 40 cents in the market? Right. So quit listening to the YouTube videos with the guys with the rented Airbnb cribs and the Lamborghinis talking about they just put 20 standards on a trade, right? They jackpot trading. Well, Mr. Young says Holy Ghost trading, right? If you want to, hey, we got plenty of casinos up here in Detroit. You can give me your money. I can go I can go to casino all night long once the COVID clears up here in the D, right? Proper risk management, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your account. All right. So how easy is this? Look, I mean, here is this is the trade that the gentleman was talking about. He made 120 pips on, I believe. Am I right on that, Mr. Young? I think it was the New Zealand versus the dollar.
USD, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, listen, guys. You got your Bill Williams fractals on. Trade hit entry, formed a high. I drew my trend line, right? Drew my trend line broke. The rest is history. Now this trade, look how far down the line this New Zealand dollar, look how many trades have been called on this. You go to work, you got a 9 to 5, right?
Hey, Benny, Mr. Evans says, I used to risk $50 a day in the lottery. I'm done with that. Mr. Evans, luck is not a strategy, my friend.
It is not. It is not. And neither is success, right? Success is not luck. It's a formula, right? And we're giving you the formula right here. Look at the entry off of this one. Now, what you'll start to see, guys, and once you start to develop the patience and you understand what you're going to work at that, we're going to work on that in future training, that this market just moves in waves. So even if it's going down, it's going to wave up, then it's going to go down, it's going to form the lower low, right? Once you realize that, you guys are going to have trades just running. It's like you're always going to have something in the pipeline because you know these trades take time, but it's accumulating wealth for me, right? It's building my account. I mean, that's the New Zealand versus the US dollar. Look at this. Come on, God. Come on. Are you kidding me? Look at that. And that wicked out. Look what it is. So depending on your broker, that might have hit or it might not have, right? But look at what happened once this trade. Come on, y'all. I think I posted this one. I'm just going to take this trend line from here, even though it should be from higher up. But look at what happened once the daggone trend line broke. Look at that. Are you serious? This is what I mean. This is what I mean by the right education versus the right system equals massive success. This is what I mean by compressing time frames. You come into I Am Mastery Academy, you get in that 100 series, you learn what the trend lines are and support and resistance. You learn how to put your MetaTrader on your phone, right? Learn how to enter the trades and get to work. Look at this. Look at this. You can make a killing in this market with this type of system, trading 30 cents a pip, right? And compound your money. So this trade went bananas, just went ballistic. That's a total move of $260 some. Even through TP3 was 84 pips, right? So if you do that,
let me ask you something on this right here. So people look at the trend line you just put up there.
mm-hmm.
Now where that one candle looks like a hammer came and finished when it hit the trend line. Do you need to wait for the next candle to enter when you see?
Yeah. So you see this right here? I know exactly what you're talking about, right? So you see with that candle close right there, I'm in that trade.
Gotcha.
I'm in that.
But
That's for the,
it's got to be some body of the candle, not a wick.
yeah, yep. That's a good rule to make sure that you're staying safe, right? To increase your percentages. You want to see a break and a close, and that's a huge, man.
But you want to see some volume in the candle, not just the wick, though. Correct?
right. Not just a wick. I want to see a break and a close. But all the signs were here. Look at that. That's ridiculous. That's tweezers. Even though that wick hit that stop, it didn't close. Then that broke, and it took off. Like the reversal was there. So you guys are gonna get so good, right? If you commit yourself to it, right? We always say trading is not, when you come into I Am Mastery Academy, this is not something that you just try. Trading is something that you do. This is your business, right? You just don't try to start a business. You don't take out a second mortgage on your house and open a business and say, well, I'm just gonna try to make it successful, right? You do it. You do it. Trading is something that we do, right? And I'm telling you, there is no better platform on earth than the I Am Mastery Academy. Look at this, Aussie, New Zealand. Look at that. Shot up, went up, came back down. This is now consolidation. But this gave you the business for 2 take profits. Look at that. Entry to TP2, 41 pips.
Let me ask you a question, Benny.
Sure.
I know when I first started, I was more focused on just maybe 1 or 2 currency pairs. I see Trina just asked a question there. You suggested people just focus on 1 or 2 different pairs, or just scan, whatever the scanner provides. Because I find that if you find the tendencies of one particular pair, that it's like dating someone. You know the highs, lows, reversal. The patterns it's had in the past, how news affects it, et cetera, et cetera. But what do you suggest with that?
Take whatever the scanner is giving you. And I'm gonna tell you why. And the reason why I spent so much time on this, and we spent 2 trainings on like these highs and these lows, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, this is the Euro USD. Now, guys, we've scrolled through, I don't know how many pairs on the scanner, right? I could take you through all the majors and the minors and the exotics. We've got the fractals on here, right? Showing you the highs and the lows. If we strip the names off of these pairs, you can see the market's doing the same thing over and over again. Yes or no?
Yep.
It's doing the same thing. That's why the education is important, because the market is going to move in waves no matter what. It moves up, down, and sideways. Even when it's in consolidation and you have a big consolidation range and choppy, it's moving in waves. Look at it. It's going to form highs and lows. Look at this Euro. This is the Euro USD. We were just looking at the Aussie, New Zealand. So it does not matter. What you need to know is that you need a solid education, which is what we're giving you, that foundation. You need a system. Put the 2 together and ball out. Doesn't matter. I've heard that a lot of times with the relationships between the pairs. But I trade, if a lot of people I know on here, they see the charts that I mark up, I mark them up the same exact way every time. It doesn't matter. Once I truly understood that, I was allowed to, it enabled me to really, really narrow my focus and really, really take my trading to the next level. Because this what I'm showing you guys, right? That's why I always say I'm no guru. It's already been done, right? What I'm showing you guys is not the Benny Allen strategy. This is the market's strategy. This is how the market, so if you ever put a name to this, this is the market strategy. This is how the market moves. Look at it. Look at the U-turn.
Benny, Melissa said, can you draw a couple more trend lines on a couple other pairs so you can understand how you're coming up with that trend line you're drawing?
Yeah. So this is so like this one here. Look at this high. You found this high like this. Okay. And look, I'm gonna pull this bad boy out and bang. Just like that. See this right here? Oh, hold on. My trading view skills is kind of terrible, y'all. Hold on. Let me delete this. So look at it. Boom. There's that one. Now this trade has since broken, right? Right on top of that wick, right there. Like that. Okay. Then you even had, before that, you had an inner trend line right? Because before all of this happened, it didn't exist. So you've been drawing this trend line before that. And then you could take it off this wick here and come straight down, right? Which was like the lowest, at this point, this was the lowest point, then it went. So we'll just leave that trend line out because the trade didn't already move. But what you're looking for is that high point, and you draw it. So you don't want to draw through wicks like this. You don't want to do that. You see that? We call that a bad tabletop. That's like if I had a table, right? Lawrence, you came to my house, you're like, man, you told me to put my plate on the table and the table leg sticking through the top of the table, right? You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do this because this represents where price once was. Okay, those wicks are important. That's why we trade the candlesticks. Okay, that's documentation there. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you keep those wicks clean. I mean those trend lines clean, because trend lines tell you direction of the market, the momentum, and it can also give you entry points into the market. Okay, so that's why it's important to draw your wicks correctly. Okay, so there we go, right there. So there's a break. Boom. Let's go through another one. UJ here. Here's a UJ. So you come here, top, come down until you get that first touch. Now you can't do that because this market has already moved. So if you think that this didn't exist, you want to take it. Oops. This would come here like this. And then you would have had an inner trend line off of this one here. Coming straight down like that. And that one probably can get a little bit tighter. Just a little bit. Like this. You got an inner, outer trend line. So look, boom. So see how it makes sense? Look. Price came up. Now you see it? Boom. Come on, man. That's a huge bullish engulfing candle. Right? I got my low that formed, not only here, got another swing low here. Bang. Pushed up right off the entry. See that? Broke it. I'm in that trade all day. And this trade can reverse and hit the stop. I'm living with that. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. And look what happened to it. Lights out. And when we start moving into fibs and things like that, we'll tell you why we project for trades to go all the way to TP3 and all of that stuff. But for right now, I mean, come on, TP3 was 103 pips, 100 pips a week minimum. Come on, guys. There's people out here that struggle to find 50 pips. I'd have been in the trade rooms.
And you know, also when people ask me, well, Lawrence, how these guys going chairman and stuff like that and still building? This is how. You don't need to be in front of your charts all day trading, you know, making a million trades, you know what I'm saying? So you could do 1 or 2 trades for the week. You know, it's like Randy Webb. Randy Webb is rolling like an Amtrak train right now because he does maybe 3 or 4 trades for the entire week.
Yep.
He eats, you know, his team is eating off that. You know what I'm saying? So this gives you time to do your 3-way calls. This gives you time if you want to do, you know, webinars, et cetera, to build your business, you know?
Perfect system. One of the greatest things I ever seen created. Putting entrepreneurship and network marketing and combining it with trading. Unbelievable. Benny, I'm coming in, but I still won't have money with my account. Okay. For some folks, right? You can go drive for Uber, do whatever you got to do part-time, or you can refer some folks.
Hey,
Sean, subscription for free. What'd you say?
Sean asked, do you take RSI into consideration as part of your confirmation?
Yep. For extra confirmation, you could do an RSI, overbought, oversold. I don't do too much divergence and everything like that because look, the system is doing it for you. Look, I don't know. I haven't seen a chart where a chart got an entry and this wasn't lining up perfectly, right? That it wasn't lining up, right? This is in the zone. Right? Your overbought, oversold zone. Look at that. It's doing. That's why I don't add hardly anything extra to it, because it's
just Just the
What'd you say?
fractals. Just the fractals.
Yeah, just the fractals. Put the fractals on there. And then before you know it, you won't even need those either because you'll be able to identify that high and that low. Look at that. Look. It has everything built in. This is still coming down out of your sell zone, even when this breaks, right? Even when this breaks trend line, it's coming down out of your sell zone. That it doesn't take a whole lot. This is why, like, anytime I work with somebody, like, I need you to get on that scanner, like ASAP, because it's all here. It's all here. Come on, y'all. This is from entry. That's 184 pips. You can't. Come on. Now, did I? You're gonna learn that, right? You want to learn that. The more educated you are, the more confident you are in your trades. That's why the education is important. So you need to focus on that education, right? Because that's what's gonna stop you from sweating bullets and be comfortable with your trade setup. But look, I mean, that's 257 pips. That's why I don't do a lot of talking. Our stuff, I trade. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. So whether you trade, come on now, Lawrence. Look at this. That's a 455 pip move.
It's a good day at the office.
That's a good month and a half for some people, right?
So now people can identify the 5 candles, and you can recognize the highs and the lows with the 5 candles. Okay.
Yep.
And then, what you do is, I think I'm seeing a lot of questions people are asking about the confusion on just making sure they draw that trend line up correctly. So you take it from the C point, so wherever the C is, that's where you're gonna start that.
Yeah, that'll be a good way to do it. You can take it from your C point, right? And then over the top. So let me zoom in here like this. Because what you're doing with your trend lines, right, is you're separating the market into buy zones and sell zones, right? Anything above the trend line is a buy zone, anything below it is a sell zone. So you can see, let me delete this one out because that's key. If you could draw your trend lines, you in there, right? So let me click on this.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second, because I got a little bit of everything going here. All right. So let me delete this out and draw it. So here we go. Look at this. You got your trend line here at the top, your C point, like you said. Uh-oh, hold on. You got your C point, and look, you see this here?
Mm-hmm.
What you do is, when you want to expand this out like this, and then you just pull it down. And when you get that first touch like that, and through.
And it could be the top of the wick of that candle too, the high.
Yep. You want it at the top of that wick. If you got a wick on it, you want it at the top of that wick like that.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then look here. Now, because look at where this entry was. You see how the steeper the fall, that's why I always say that the trend lines help you. They tell you so much as far as the speed of the market, the momentum of the market. Because look, you see how this went straight down? So what that did is that created what we like to call an inner trend line. So you take it off of here like this, and you come straight down. Now, look at how pretty that is.
So you just take it down to the D from the inner trend line?
Yep, to the D, because through your lowest point.
Gotcha.
Right? So now I got an inner trend line that was broken. Then price came up, boom, broke my outer trend line. So really what your trend lines are is a diagonal form of support and resistance. Right? So I got a trend line break, boom. All the time when it breaks that trend line, it'll give it some sort of type of little retest, and then it'll continue. Look at that. Market formed a lower entry, bang, gone, right? Gone. And even if this market reversed and went down, look at where your stop is, right? That's why you got to use proper risk management, because then when it gets here, I'm looking for uh, another low to form. And that's why, like, when a lot of people getting scared, one thing I learned from one of my mentors, like a lot of times when people getting scared and they jumping out of trades because they got that drawdown, because my risk management is so good and I'm risking 1-2%, I'm actually going, if I get another low to form here, and then that trend line will be out here somewhere. If this market turned and came down here, I'm looking to add another 1% or 0.5%, right? Because my risk management is good. See, my risk management is good. So while people jumping out, I'm getting in, I'm buying, because I'm still within my range. I'm in this trade until it hits the stop. If it hits the stop, that's when I know, okay, I lost that trade. See, some people jump out of trades and it's like, why you got out of trade? You had a stop loss. Well, because I was in there, I was over leveraged. I was in there at $5 a pip on a $200 account. Well, I probably would have jumped out too.
$5.
Right, right. It happens all the time when people I work with, like you did what? Yeah, man, I had to get out. Well, you had the trade set up, right? 3 things you need to know about the market, right? Where to get in, well, direction, where to get in, and where to get out. And the scanner gives you all of it. Direction, where to get in and where to get out. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Julia's question, inner trend line tells you when to enter. What does outer trend line tell you? So inner trend line, that's because the outer trend line is because it was happened already.
Mm-hmm.
You got that right.
Yep. And it just shows you, remember, your trend lines show you direction, speed of the market, and entry, right? So here's a rule. That's a good question you asked. Here's the rule that I was taught by my mentor. Anytime you get a trend line break, right, 75-80% of the time it's going to gravitate towards the next trend line. So I know a lot of guys I trade with, they trade inner to outer trend line breaks. So if you get a trend line break, high percentage of the time it's going to gravitate towards the next trend line. You see what it did? And then it took off. Trend lines are very, very important. That's why you don't see me utilizing like a lot of moving average crossovers and things like that. That's 84 to TP2. Like you don't see me using a lot of that, because the market and market structure is going to tell you. It's going to tell you. Your best indicators, right? Take notes. Your best indicators in the world are your own 2 eyes. Period. Those are the best indicators in the world. That's the way I was taught. That's 135 pips to TP3, and they got every single last bit of it. Right? So we just went through, and that's only on the 1 hour. So we just went through all of the signal calls. Right? Look at that. You guys see this? See how that's starting a U-turn up there? See that? On that Euro GBP? That's on the 1 hour. See that? See that starting to form? Right?
You gonna have everybody jumping in this trade right now.
That's a wide range. Look at it. It came in on a 4 hour to the Euro GBP. Look at it, right? We're starting to get that high, right? So I'm living with that. Like if on this 1 hour, come on, look at this Euro GBP. Look at this on the 1 hour. This Euro GBP, right? If I get this to break trend line and close, look at your risk to reward, guys. Look at your risk to reward on this, right? Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is 21 pips or so now where it's at. So that's a 2-to-1. Automatically, you're in a 2-to-1 to your TP1. And then you're at about 80 pips. Like, come on, guys. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You're going to learn how to do all the other stuff, the time frame analysis, and find your own trades. And I've been doing it for 6 years. I can care less about that stuff now. I've got a system that's doing a lot of the work for me. I'm an algo trader, as they call it, algorithmic trader. I use algorithms to trade. That's smart. That's smart. That doesn't make you any less of a trader.
Lynette says direction, speed, and what was the third one?
Entry, right? So how we say, hey, we get that break in that, like in this case, we get that break in that bearish close. But this trend line ain't the most accurate trend line I was drawing that to. So something like that.
Yeah, that's some good
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. So we get that to break like that. And then we got time to get into fibs and all of that stuff, right? Your fibs. So if I pull a Fibonacci sequence out, the system's so smart, all of your take profit levels are based off of Fibonacci levels. All of them. So this stuff is already built in, man. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. So like this here. Look at that. Your TP1 is your 38.2, your 61.80 is your TP2, and the bottom of your boundary is the TP3. Same thing over and over again like clockwork. You ain't beating this system.
Mm.
You ain't beating it. It's gonna do the same thing every time.
Yeah, maybe next week, since people have a series of these videos, I'm gonna send them out together. That way,
Yep.
somebody had what you did last Tuesday, today, and maybe next week we can do how do you do the fibs with it too, if you want.
Yeah. Start to get everybody on that level, because I think everybody's starting to understand the highs and the lows now and things like that. And then we'll break down fibs and stuff so easy for them. Easy for them, just so they know.
Julia just asked, what are the best times to trade with a scanner? Anytime, right?
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
It's calling
Anytime.
out. Yeah, it's calling out the trades for you, Julia. So it's doing all the work for you.
It's doing all the work for you. And I trade the 1 hour and the 4 hour mainly, because the fibs, the 15-minute, because I like on the 1 hour, there's some things when we start going deeper and deeper where there's times if you get a 1 hour scan, you can drop to the 15 and enter. There's times when you get a 4 hour scan, you can drop to the 1 hour and enter. And we'll get into all that. We'll need to know none of that right now.
You know what? You know what I want to say. What I want to say to the people on the call. Yep. Listen, guys, don't get caught up to everybody talking about what they're doing, trading indices and how they're getting thousands of pips and all that stuff. Don't get caught in that trap. I'm gonna tell you why. If you're brand new, you shouldn't be looking at trading indices or gold or any of that stuff right out the gates. You need to learn this basic stuff. And when people telling you they're getting 10, 20,000 pips, you know why? It's because of the broker. If you use Hugo's way, it's give you 100 versus FX choice. The same trade is 1,000 pips. There's 10,000 pips on the same move. So it's all just semantics.
Yeah.
Don't listen to people saying they're getting 10, 20, 30,000 pips on the move. It's because of the broker.
Yep.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? So, and then with that, what that mean? There's more risk too.
Way more risk, and it's super volatile. A lot of people don't even know. It's like 10 pips to every point. People don't do the math right. People just be talking.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So like I know some like one scooter I went to years ago, like they won't even put it on their platform. It was like it's too volatile, too risky for our traders. Like it's not necessary. You guys seen the profit plan. You know, as you get deeper and deeper, get more expensive a trader, have at it. I mean, you ultimately can do what you want to do, but this is giving like I don't know. This to me, it's a no-brainer, whether you're a veteran or a new trader, because even if you've been trading for a long time, the biggest issue once you get over the emotions of trading and you make it black and white and you become a rules-based trader, and when you get your risk management down, the challenge for most people is still consistency. It's still consistency.
Not only that, the charts are not your enemy. You're your own worst enemy. That's the thing.
That's facts.
Strategy. You got the best strategy, best software, everything. But at the end of the day, you're the person that's on the other end saying to yourself, do I need to put this standard in because my boy just made $1,000 a day? You trying to, you missing out on something. Now you're doing big lot sizes, and now you're biting your fingernails all night because you're in drawdown. You gotta, don't get caught up in that. You could be a worse enemy. So proper risk. Trust me, I do very good now. But I used to mess up so much because I was being greedy, and that wasn't the scanner's fault. It was my fault.
Me too.
So it's like giving yourself self-inflicted wounds, man. You gotta really, pay attention to the mental. That's why when you go through they go live and listen to the speakers and they talk about, the mindset. You got to get your mind right with this stuff because it's 80% mental, and that's so important. And I feel I use a FX choice. I do have a Hugo's Way account. I don't trade it much if I want to trade crypto on the weekends, but for the most part, I say 95% of my trading is FX choice. But yeah, guys, we don't want to keep you guys all
Yeah.
night. You know, we've been on here hour and a half. If you could,
Yep.
Ben, take the screen down if you could.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, let's drop some
Yep.
sevens in the chat for my main man Benny, man. I mean, what he did tonight. I mean, what he did last week was incredible, but tonight he basically, you know, just shut the game down like Nino Brown. So he shut the game down like Nino Brown. Like I was a poet and didn't even know it. Check that out. uh, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
this information, man, that you gave us was really incredible, man. I thank you a lot for that, man. And did
No
you want to
problem.
give any other parting words before we jump off?
Oh man, again, as always, man, I appreciate you allowing me to come on the platform and work with the team. It's always an honor. It's always a pleasure. And guys, stay focused, right? The scanner is your friend. Everything that I talked about tonight is really to just give you extra edge in the market. Every trader, every professional trader you hear talk, they say, hey, people ask them, what's my edge, right? The scanner is my edge, right? And these extra little tips is just to give you, to help you even get to the next level as far as percentage. But just look, the scanner, if you use proper risk management and took every trade that the scanner gave you, you would make money. Think about that. So these are just little extra tips, these little fine things, these little nuances to trading that can really help you get to the next level and give you more confidence in your trade. So make sure you study, do your homework. Mr. Young always does a great job of getting the video and everything posted and getting it out to everybody. And I look forward to doing it again. So thanks a lot, Coach Young. I really appreciate it. You're on mute.
So for everything you did today, and I'm gonna post the last video here in the chat just so make sure everybody has it right now. I'm gonna post this last video we did from last Tuesday. That way everyone can have it. And you can go over your notes and watch him how he did the trend lines and all that stuff. So you guys make sure you have that.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'll make sure I get this video once it's loaded. I'll get it out to, make sure it goes into all the groups, et cetera, et cetera. So hold on, let me send this real quick. Also, I want to say we had Mr. Sean James on the call. Hey man, congratulations on Platinum 2000, my brother. Great job.
Yeah, congrats. It's huge.
Great job. I don't know if Mr. Sean James is on still. Let me see if Sean, what's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, coach. Appreciate that, man. Definitely excited. Awesome training, Benny. Thank you so much. I know I got my team on here. We just loved it. So that's that extra edge. Like I said, we've been pushing the Harmonics scanner from the beginning also, but you just put that extra sauce on there. So we truly appreciate that.
No problem. Congratulations to you again, man. That's a lot of hard work. It speaks a lot to your leadership, and we look forward to you getting to that next level for sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, man. Sean, what has been your secret, man? I know you say you've been doing pretty good lately. What's your secret lately?
You mean as far as building or trading?
You know, I know you say yeah, both. Maybe you get some inspiration tonight.
Consistency. You know, I was talking to my beautiful wife over here. She's about to pop 1,000 here. About one or two people away. So she's also in the business too. But one thing that I want to share is, you know, you can't have a back door. I think that's it. You just can't have a back door. When we got in, it wasn't, okay, we'll try this. And if not, then we'll go here. Or, you know, if this doesn't work, we'll do, no, I was all in, you know, we just move forward. And like Denzel was saying in the video, if you're going to fall, we just fell forward and just kept doing it and just said, you know, our eyes on Chairman 500. And I want to try to match my trading with our income as it continues to go up and just keep consistent with that. So Benny had a great plan there to, you know, shoot for those goals. I also learned not to shoot for money every day, but shoot for pips. Yes. If you shoot for pips, the money comes, and just be consistent at achieving that. So that's it. That's it, coach. And then following your lead, you and Tamara, man, you guys are the bomb. Every day, you know, me and my wife are, you know, just trying to learn more nuggets and model ourselves. But I think Cash the Great said, you know, we're making sure we're authentic ourselves, but we just take a little bit from everybody else and just add our own to it and continue to be consistent. So that's it.
Excellent, man. Well, hey, man, you appreciate you and your wife, man, for everything you do. Knocking out that P1000, man. I know P5000 will be a walk in the park. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a fantastic evening. And you know me, when we do one of these overviews, it's always a party with LY. So we're gonna end this with an anthem today, you guys. Let's go get it. Hey man, let's go make dreams come true. All right, let's go.
Sure.